Good morning. My name is Chris Chandler. I'm president here at PFL. We hope that everyone had a fantastic weekend despite the weather concerns out there. The Dow closed lower on Friday of last week and lowered 285.3 points week over week. The S&P 500 closed higher on Friday of last week but lowered 20.4 points week over week. The Nasdaq closed higher on Friday of last week, but lower 14.15 points week over week. In overnight trading, Dow futures traded lower and are expected to open down 19 points from Friday's close. Oil prices settled higher on Friday of last week and higher week over week. WTI traded up $1.71 per gallon on Friday of last week to close at $61.07, which was up $1.63 per barrel week over week. U.S. commercial crude inventories increased by 3.6 million barrels week over week. Crude inventories are 2% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Total motor gasoline inventories increased by 6 million barrels week over week and are 5% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Distillate fuel inventories increased by 3.3 million barrels week over week and are 1% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane and propylene inventories decreased by 2.1 million barrels week over week and are a whopping 39% above the 5-year average for this time of year. That is a really big number, folks, and propane prices reflected, with propane prices closing at 59.6 cents per gallon on Friday of last week, which is down 35.2 cents per gallon year over year. WTI is poised to open at 61.22 per barrel, up 16 cents per barrel from Friday's close. Total North American weekly rail volumes were down 1.14% in week 4 compared to the same week last year. 8 of AR's 11 major traffic categories posted year-over-year decreases. The most significant decrease came from forest products, which was down 22.62%. The most significant increase was from grain, which was up 21.1% year over year. North American rig count was up by 6 rigs week over week. U.S. rig count was up by 1 rig week over week, but down by 32 rigs year over year. The U.S. currently has 544 active rigs. Canada's rig count was up by 5 rigs week over week and down by 14 rigs year over year. Canada's overall rig count is 231 active rigs. Overall, year over year, we are down 46 rigs collectively. Folks, we've been watching a few things out there for you. We are watching Alberta butane. Alberta butane market is now seeing impacts from an extended outage at Guerra's AEF fractionation plant, which has been offline since December 2025 and is expected to remain out of service until April. See PFL's Rail Report for further details. We are watching left-wing Canadian Prime Minister Carney. While we knew the trade deal that left-wing Carney did with China to buy electric vehicles from China in exchange for Canada selling the Chinese canola wasn't going to go over well with President Trump, and it didn't. Trump rejected via Truth Social over the weekend on Saturday, threatening to impose a 100% tariff on goods imported from Canada if Carney went ahead with its trade deal with China. We have a lot to say on this one in today's report. We are watching grain. It is going to get busy, folks. Activity picked up last week as elevators, traders, and railroads prepare for heavier movement later in Q1. Please see PFL's Rail Report. We continue to watch the UP&S merger. The SDP issued a decision unanimously rejecting the merger application filed by UP&S because the SDP says it doesn't contain certain information required by the board's regulators, which includes future market share projections showing the combined effects on merger-related growth diversions and merged influence and other changes to market conditions the applicants anticipate. See PFL's rail report for further details on this one. We are watching Class 1 industry headcount. Class 1 headcount is down month over month and year over year. See PFL's rail report for further details on that one. And finally, we are watching key economic indicators. This week's focus is on industrial output and capacity utilization, and we've got a bunch of graphs and reports that you can look at regarding that one. Please read PFL's rail report today for further details as it relates to today's podcast. In addition, we highlight the latest refinery runs. Petroleum rail cars are down week over week. See the details in today's report. See the latest import and export numbers for all petroleum related products. We of course have quite a few detailed graphs and charts for your viewing pleasure. Please call PFL today for all your railcar needs, including storage, leasing, subleasing, cleaning of cars, repairing, flaring, scrapping, nitrogen generation, and transloading services. Have a great week out there. Stay warm and be safe.